How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. I'm late because I've been working on this stupid laptop, taking it out of safe mode. Timothy did figure out that it's in safe mode. So he was going to download Google for me. And then he's like, it's in safe mode, Mom. So I had to look up how to take it off of Windows 11. So I just did that. But like, it's still like not wanting to work right. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm gonna try to put Google Chrome on it. Anyways, I was wanting to look at the crime this morning, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to because I can't get my damn laptop to work. It's so freaking annoying. So we'll just sit around and chit chat this morning. Have a cigarette. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hey Elsa. Hey Milo. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys gotta disperse. Y'all's like a whole gang of cats up here. Anyhow, okay. Hey, surviving the storms, Dorothy. How are you doing? Look, Dorothy. Good morning to everyone except that bitch, Carol Baskin. It's my favorite mug. Dorothy, I sent you an email. I don't know if it went to the right person. I guess it would help if I would get back in my emails and see if you responded. I am bad checking emails because I keep my notifications off. Bad at messages too. But yeah, I want to come up on your live stream and we can just chit chat. I mean, I'm not that interesting of a person, but I think that we could have a good conversation because you're like me, you like to talk. I'm good today. I will check my email today. Okay. I just said, hey, it's Cece. I was just checking to see if this is Dorothy. I was checking to see if it's you before I wrote a damn long email and it went to the wrong person. Oh my gosh, guys, I gotta quit smoking. Stuff's building up my chest. So Dorothy, you had open heart surgery, right? My little brother's dad, he was a very bad diabetic. He passed away when he was about 51 or 52. Real skinny man, bad diabetic, took insulin twice a day. But when he first got sick, he had a heart attack and he had to have open heart surgery. And I remember seeing him in the hospital. I about passed out because all those tubes and everything. But he recovered real good. Um, but his diabetes was so bad that he ended up, you know how diabetics will get sores. He got those like on a foot. He ended up having to lose a leg. Then he lost the other leg, and then his kidneys started shutting down, and then he did have a heart attack and died. But he had diabetes, but he had that open heart surgery, and he done really good at first. If it hadn't been for the diabetes, he'd still be here. Yep, I did. I'm type 1 diabetic too. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying he did not take care of himself. Uh, Larry was the best man you could ever meet in your life. I've known him since I've been about a year old. He always treated me like a daughter. He treated me and my oldest brother equal to my youngest brother, his son. Never said a harsh word to us. But he was a bad diabetic and a bad gambler. And he liked to go to these card games where women's not allowed, it's only men. And he'd stay like all weekend. And he loved to eat sweets. You would, I mean, the way he ate sweets, you would have thought, you know, he'd weigh 300 or 400 pounds. No, he was small made. And speaking of that, since we're just chit chatting, something that's really been getting on my damn nerves, and y'all probably don't know who I'm talking about, Dorothy knows, noodle mash. I have heard her say, oh, people with diabetes are all so overweight. No, 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 no. Not everybody that's diabetic is freaking overweight. My son goes to school with a girl that's diabetic. She's got a pump on her, and she's skinny. I'm so sorry. Yes, he was a good man. It broke my heart. One of the best men you'll ever meet. He had a long beard. He always had a long beard. He was a good guy, a coal miner. Unfortunately, he worked in a coal mines his cousin owned and paid him cash. So when Larry got down sick, he couldn't draw Social Security, he had to draw SSI, even though he'd worked all them years. Yeah, paid him under the table, which is not good. You probably couldn't, they'd sue the hell out of, shut a mines down for doing that this day and time, but that was back in the 80s. Also, my mother has diabetes and she is tiny. Yeah, I've heard that lady say that a couple of different times. I've talked to one of my close friends about it for actually hibiscus. I was talking to her about it. I was like, that gets on my nerves so bad when she says that. And I've heard her say that a couple of different times. But she's not one of my damn favorite people to begin with. She gets on my damn nerves. Her and that Mrs. Portland crap gets on my nerves. You're correct, CC. I'm not overweight and I'm diabetic. Yeah, you're tiny. I've seen you on camera and you're so pretty. Many skinny diabetics, type 2 diabetes can be controlled with that. Type 1, they need insulin forever. Well, I'm just going to tell you, Dorothy, some people just love being sick, pretending to be sick and having all kinds of diseases and different things for attention. If you ever meet one of these people, everything you say, oh gosh, it's happened to them, but 10 times worse, those type of people. I forgot, I lost my train of thought. Well, anyways, that's the way Noodle Mash is. She's one of them people. Everything's wrong with her. Gets on my nerves. Okay, guys, let's see if this laptop will work. Here comes somebody. Let me see who this is. No, I have no clue. Maybe they're looking for somebody. I have no idea. Hold on. Yeah, I just can't get this laptop to work. I really don't know. I mean, I took it out of that safe mode. I mean, it's brand new. I'm choking, guys. Hold on. Let me mute. I've got to quit smoking. I've been sneaking and smoking at night and stuff. Mark's been keeping my cigarettes. Well, he was. But when I get my hands on them, I'm up all through the night smoking out in the bathroom, out the window. I'll be standing in the bathtub holding my cigarette out that little window at the top. You know how trailer windows are. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to have to watch out though. I'm going to have to quit smoking weed and cigarettes because my lungs are getting congested. I called up at the doctor's yesterday and I was like, I've been real dizzy. I'm diarrhea and all that for the last week and a half. They wanted me to come up there and be checked out, but I was home by myself. But that nurse said it sounded like I might have heat exhaustion. Take it easy, not be laying out in the sun. I love to lay out in the sun. But it makes me sweat so much, it's dehydrated me. But I got me some bananas because I've been having leg cramps too. I hope I don't get sick again. See, last time I got sick, I started out with my stomach doing that. Of course, my stomach was swelled up. I looked like I was pregnant. And then it just got worse. But my lungs was so bad I could go, kind of breathe, and you could hear it. Just if I was just laying around, just relaxing, watching TV, you could hear me wheezing. It was that bad. I'll tell you what, I cannot smoke those vapes. Vapes are worse on you than cigarettes. I'm a long time smoker. I've been smoking since I've been about 12 years old. I'm 43 now. And those vapes, every time I hit one, I'll choke for 5 to 10 minutes. It don't matter if it's like a cigarette nicotine vape or a THC vape. They both choke me till I just about can't breathe. Open a window, lay in the sun right there. Not as bad. Yeah. Is my phone not plugged up? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I've got my extension cord out and I didn't even know I didn't plug it in. My phone's about to die. Okay. It's a good thing about having an outlet out here. Uh-oh, shit. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to have to put do not disturb on my phone. My mother's calling. She calls at the worst times. I mean, like, I don't know if she's psychic and it's like, I know sis is doing something right now, so let me call and aggravate her. I mean, so I say aggravating. I know I'm still lucky to have my mom. It's because, guys, when she calls me, bless her heart, she is so stressed out over my brothers. All you hear, it's just all the drama and complaining. Nobody ever asks me how I'm doing. And it gets on my nerves sometimes. I mean, sometimes my mom will be talking, she don't even know I'm not listening. I just have to put the phone down and walk away if I'm doing stuff. Bless her heart. But, my brothers really stress her out and stuff because they act ignorant, active in addiction. My one brother, I mean, both my brothers are good looking guys. They got good hearts, but they got bad addiction, both of them. One's a little bit worse than the other. My oldest brother, a little bit worse than the other. Um, Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get my laptop. I'm going to have to put that SIMS card back in my other phone so I got another device so that I can look at things. Because I don't know what's wrong with this. I got the box for this. I should take it right back to Walmart because it don't even freaking work. It's ridiculous. I waited like all year to get a laptop and now it won't even freaking work. Isn't that crazy? Ooh, I did want to tell y'all something because y'all are pet owners too, and it's flea season. My friend Amy gave me a little bit of Advantix 2. I think it's called Advantix 2. And I put on Skylar. She's like, try some on her and see if it works for her before you go spend $58 on it. Because I think it's about 50, 60 bucks for like 4 doses maybe. And it has worked. She needed a little bit more, but she's been relaxing at night. She's not been biting herself. And we gave her another bath. We only found one dead flea on her. She's just allergic to fleas. When they get on her body, it's like it just makes her itch. Her skin gets real red. And Bopper, Ladybug, I call her Bopper. I know, I'm crazy, y'all. My dogs have nicknames. Bopper, fleas don't bother her. I mean, I put some spray on her, but I'm going to get them some Advantix when I get paid. I like being able to contribute a little bit with my animals and stuff. Well, a little bit I make on YouTube. I always use it on my animals. Always. Sometimes I'll order myself something, from Temu. I've not spent over $30 on Temu yet. Now, my friend Amy, she has ordered anything and everything from freaking Temu. She even got these glasses. You put these glasses on and they have a light, but they're magnifying glasses and you can get down and look at the plants or just whatever. It's so crazy. I want a pair of those. She hasn't ordered the pet cam yet, a pet cam, but I've been looking at them and I want one. But I want one that turns and one that maybe I could speak through to my animals. I mean, I don't have to, but I just like to be able to spy on them, check in on them when I'm gone. Check in on Timothy when I'm gone too, see what he's up to. Because he's not supposed to just like sit and game. He's supposed to pay attention to the animals if they need. I mean, he can game, but he needs to get up and take care of the animals if they need something. So I need to spy on him to make sure that's what he's doing. He's a good kid though, guys. I can go somewhere and I can call him and be like, "Oh, can you go shut up my chickens for me till Mom gets home?" And he'll say, "Yes, Mom." He's a good kid. He really is. He don't get out and get in trouble or anything. My mom is real protective over him, which I am too, but she like keeps a leash on him, and you can't do that. He's 16 years old. If he wants to go to a friend's house, he should be able to go. But mom, I mean, I know people are crazy and weird this day and time. You can't let your kids just go anywhere. But she takes everything to the extreme. Like he wanted to go to this one little boy's house. She had to go up there, meet his parent. Only would let him stay a little while. I mean, sometimes you got to give them room a little bit, spread their wings and fly just a little bit, because he is very trustworthy. That's what I tried to tell her. You know, I'll trust him until he gives me a reason not to. Timothy is a really good kid. He's a smart kid, and boy, oh, he can argue with you when it comes to like a topic. Me and him was talking about Zav Girl this morning. I tried to get him to come out here on my live stream, sit with me, and talk because he has a different opinion on Zav Girl than I do. He thinks what she did, of course, it wasn't appropriate and right, but he says there's been worse things done on the internet. And I said, son, I will argue with you till the cows come home about this. It don't matter what everybody else has done. We're focused on what the hell she's done. Do I think people should just continue to do video after video on this girl? No. But what she done was disgusting. See, Timothy's 16 years old. He don't know anything about being a parent. I tried to tell him, I was like, look, if that was you, I would ride a Greyhound bus and be knocking on her freaking door. I might go to jail for it, but I'd be knocking on that freaking door. I'd be doing something. Well, I say that, but something would happen. I'm telling you, something legally or physically, something would happen if that was my child. I would be outraged. See, what I tried to tell Timothy, I said, she's a grown woman. She should have thought about that before she put that in that video. As like, she didn't say, oh, I got pictures of sale, come look at them. She did have it in a video and stuff, but she did it to make money. She knew people would flock to see that. These people that followed the case and stuff, I personally don't want to see no children's autopsy photos. And then, what else was I going to say? I forgot my train of thought. I think he watched some kind of video on it because he mentioned it to me this morning. He was like, that girl that shared those autopsy pictures, and I was like, yeah, what about it? I was like, it's all over the news. It was. And he's like, oh, I watched a video on it. Oh, yeah, that's what Timothy was saying. His biggest problem with her, he said, was her apology. He said her apology sucked. And he's right, because I've always told him, you don't apologize and say, I apologize, but. No, there's no buts. You accept responsibility for your actions, and you apologize. You own it. And you apologize. See, really, that girl don't think she did anything wrong. She really don't. The only reason she apologized because everybody's bitching about it and it's all over the freaking news. That's the only reason. By her community post that she's now deleted, she really didn't think she'd done anything wrong. She thought she deserved to be paid for that, her hard work. It really shows what kind of person she really is deep down. She had to have known people have been outraged. And Timothy said, she said something like, that's the reason that she put it behind like a paywall, so not, you could choose to see it or something. He said, that's bullcrap. She done that because she's greedy. And that's the truth. These YouTubers, their channels get real big and they start making a bunch of super chats, a bunch of people joining their Patreon and stuff, and it goes to their freaking head. It really does. They think they're freaking famous or something. Uh-oh, there's a serial killer in Portland, guys. I finally got this to work. Serial killer in Portland. Is that Oregon? Portland? Yeah, Oregon. Let's look at this weirdo. He looks like he's high on something. Maybe some Zans or something. His eyes is glassed over. They don't look like somebody that's on speed. Um, Carly Russell's family speak out after daughter's return. Did we read that yesterday? They put out a statement on Facebook. Let me click on this. So, what do you guys think about Carly Russell? I'm calling bullcrap on the story right now, even though I don't have any facts. Something's not right about it. I mean, it's possible that she was abducted and got away from her abductors. Anything's possible, but I don't think that's what happened. That's just my opinion. Let me see. Of course, I could be wrong. I mean, she showed up back at her house, barefooted on her. She lives with her parents. She went all. How did she get there? How did she get all the way there? I see Elsa over there digging in the woods. Hold on a minute. See if we can scroll down. It's saying page not responding. That's all it does. Let's see. Can we listen to it? It was on the Today Show. There's not an article. It's just a video.
The moment you all first laid eyes on her again, what was it like?
To me, I mean, just so much joy.
This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carly Russell are speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours. What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But it's...
Last Thursday, police say Carly called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carly scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carly or
Well,
child,
except for her phone,
it's
they said.
As missing during that time period.
So you know what that means? If she didn't have her phone turned off, they can track where her location, where she was at while she was missing. Just something weird about it. It's fishy as hell. Hey, Toodles. It's fishy as hell. Something's not right about it. I think because there was a witness that said there was a gray vehicle pulled in front of hers on the shoulder of the road, and her car door was open. I think she met up with somebody and took off like that. But she got a boyfriend and stuff. So she come up with this story. Sherry Papini, however the hell you say her name. Maybe that's what happened. I can't say for sure, but I am like really side-eyeing her. That's a possibility. I mean, because there's been a couple different women do that. That one woman, she met up with that guy in the motel room. Had sex with him all weekend. Then when Sunday came, she acted like I think she even beat her own self up. Went to the police station, act like she'd been kidnapped all weekend. Yeah. And I watched the thing where the police actually showed the husband surveillance video of her walking in that motel, holding hands with that guy, and he's carrying some food, a bag of food. They got some takeout. She acted like she'd been kidnapped so that she could cover for, screwing around all weekend. Okay, let's see what's going on with this serial killer. Portland police now admit there is a serial killer. Prime suspect was out on early release. Yeah, that's what they do. They release these freaking weirdos into the public, and then they go reoffend. The people that let these like sex predators and stuff out, and they go out and reoffend, they should put them in damn jail cell with them. Then you know, I don't think sex offenders should be granted any early release or anything like that. I don't know if this guy's a sex offender. It says detectives in Oregon have linked the murders of 4 women to Multnomah County man who was released early from prison July 2021 because he joined a group of inmates fighting devastating wildfires the previous year. Jesse Lee Calhoun, 38, is again behind bars now, Willamette Week reports, after his clemency was revoked. The district attorney's office specifically said that it had not named a suspect in the murders, the Oregonian reports. But law enforcement sources identified Calhoun as the man linked to the murders. We got some Calhouns around here, not many. I went to school with the guy, Derek Calhoun. The only reason I'm saying his name, he passed away. We grew up with him, good close friend. Okay, we have not named a suspect, says Liz Murrah, a district attorney's office spokesman. Investigators have interviewed multiple people in connection with these cases and have identified at least one person of interest that is linked to all 4 of the deceased. The district attorney's office said their person of interest had been linked to the deaths of Kristen Smith, 22, Charity Lynn Perry, 24, Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster, 31, Ashley Real, 22. Their bodies were found between February and May of this year within 100 miles of each other. Investigators have not found evidence to link the deaths of 2 other women, 32-year-old Joanna Speaks and as yet an identified woman with the other 4. In fact, authorities said later the death of the unidentified woman was not suspicious. There's the unidentified woman at the bottom. Okay, let's see. The DA's office did not say what information linked the 4 deaths or what linked them to Calhoun. As recently as early June, investigators had said there was no reason to believe the cases are related. They must have got back some forensic evidence recently or something. A statement on June 5th, Portland Police Bureau acknowledged the investigation into the 6 deaths and noted they were not involved in some of them, which fell under the jurisdiction of Multnomah, Polk, and Clark counties. While any premature death is concerning, and we will diligently investigate the deaths that happen in our jurisdiction in collaboration with Multnomah County, I can't say that, Oregon State Medical Examiner's Office. PBB has no reason to believe these 6 cases are connected, the agency said, adding that it was in communication with the other agencies about the cases. PBB co-signed the statement from the district attorney's office on Monday, announcing the person of interest in 4 of the cases. Well, evidently something has happened. They have got some damn DNA evidence linked back. They've got something now that links all the deaths together that they didn't have before. They was probably waiting on some evidence to come in. Calhoun, who has a long history of felony convictions dating back to 2004, pleaded guilty in November 2019 to a number of felonies, including burglary, unauthorized possession of a stolen vehicle, injuring an officer and a police dog when they tried to arrest him. He was serving 4 concurrent sentences. The longest was 50 months and was originally projected to be released in June 2022. After his stint as a firefighter, then Governor Kate Brown granted him a conditional clemency and released him on July 22, 2021. Last month, District Attorney Mike Schmidt requested that Calhoun's commutation be revoked. Since his release from custody, pursuant to his I can't say that word. Mr. Calhoun has been involved in criminal activity currently under investigation by Oregon law. Schmidt wrote to Governor Tina Kotek's office. Betty Byrne, a spokesperson for the Oregon Department of Corrections, said Calhoun was admitted back to DOC custody on July 6th to serve the rest of his sentence until July 9, 2024, so next summer. So far, he has not been charged in connection with the 4 murders, but law enforcement say they expect that to change. I would tell you what they do to a lot of inmates. They will wait until they're ready to be like released from jail and then hit them with another charge. I mean, usually that happens a lot in drug cases. I knew a lady that was in jail. She had a bad hip too. She had to be like in her own little room because like she had to have a walker. But it was her release date. She went out there they took her out there to booking and all that, and they hit her with another charge. It happens all the time. Okay, so there's suspected serial killer. Could have killed 6 women. At least 4 of them they think they can link him to, basically. They must have got some type of evidence or something recently. That's why they changed their statement. Let's see what's going on with he's just like Dexter. Accused Long Island serial killer refused to let interior designer in locked basement. Okay, hold on. Investigators feared Gilgo Beach murders suspect would flee the country. Here's another article about him. He's everywhere. He knew my name. Murder victim's sister says accused Long Island serial killer used victim's phone to prank family 7 times, taunting them. This is the best article to read. The housekeeper says like he wouldn't let them. He kept the basement locked. I want to read about these prank calls. Okay, so there's his victim. Beautiful girl. Look at the ugly thing. He's ugly as sin. Ugh. I can just look at him and tell he's a freaking weirdo. A lot of people, I can just look at them and tell they're a weirdo. Like the first time I met my old neighbor, as soon as we got back over to the house, I told Mark, I said, he's a freaking weirdo. And he is. He tried to kiss me one time. Actually, a couple different times. I said, please don't do that. Nobody wants to be kissed by some green teeth mother clucker. The sister of one of the Gilgo Beach victims revealed the accused killer tormented their family by calling them, even using the victim's personal cell phone on at least 7 occasions. In an interview with Pix 11 in 2020, Amanda F., who identified herself as the sister of murder victim Melissa Bartholomew, said Rex, I can't say his name, Huerman, I need to listen to the video, 59, used her sister's phone to taunt her after her sister's 2009 disappearance. He knew my name, she said. He had a strong accent, New York, Long Island. He was very monotone when he talked, like a middle-aged white guy. Huerman of, I can't say that name, Park, has been charged with 3 counts, first-degree murder in the deaths of Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, Amber Costello, prosecutors said. I just watched a movie about the Long Island serial killer. I told you about it. I don't know why they make movies before there's like a, court trial. On Friday afternoon, he made his first court appearance, entered a plea of not guilty to the murders, as well as additional charges linked to the deaths of the women that occurred over a decade ago. See, that's the way these serial killers that take them a long time to catch is because they're really good at covering up their tracks, and it's people that you would not suspect. Educated people that live normal lives. Look at BTK. Let's see, Bartholomew vanished from NYC in July 2009. Police said after her disappearance, her phone was used near two different locations after she disappeared, including Penn Station in Manhattan and Massapequa. I can't say that. Bartholomew disappeared after telling a friend she was meeting up with a man on July 12, 2009 and would return later. 6 days later, her mother reported her missing when she failed to return home. Amanda said she started receiving the calls following her sister's disappearance. The male caller never identified himself but told Amanda that he killed Bartholomew. I'm going to have to look up how to pronounce that. He killed her, he raped her, Amanda said, recalling what the caller said. Maybe one day he'd tell me where she was. On December 11, 2010, remains were found near Gilgo Beach. Police found her body wrapped in camouflage burlap, typically used for duck hunting. District Attorney Ray Tierney said last week that the defendant was a duck hunting fan, and investigators found several of the women wrapped in burlap. You know, a lot of people have burlap, like, I mean, around here they probably would, but up there in the city. He killed Melissa after having sex with her, Amanda said. In the final call, he said he'd killed her. Rex Sherman remains behind bars without bail. So they took this big doll out of his house, right? Ooh, I bet you're scared shitless in that picture right there, aren't you? Look at his eyes. Evil. He's a big guy. I bet. I bet he'd been crying. He looks like he'd been crying. Not so big and tough now, are you, fat boy? Hell no, he's not. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Prayers for the family. Now, Makeup Mobster, y'all know her. Go over and check out her channel because she's from up there in Long Island. She lives around that area. And she has talked about the Long Island serial killer before. Duty Ron, too. I believe he drove around the other day, that area. But check out Makeup Mobster's channel because she was just talking about this the other day. I'm going to have to finish listening to her. I didn't get to really listen to it. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. I got a feeling we're going to be hearing something about Carly Russell here soon. And I got a feeling that she wasn't kidnapped. Now, they said that she needed some medical attention when she first returned home. People can fake those things. I'm not saying she did, but there's just something that's not right about this. It's totally, something's just off about it. I don't know what. I'm not going to say it's that she couldn't escape from them or they could have turned her loose. There's just something not right. Her boyfriend, she was fighting for her life. He said she was fighting for her life while she was gone. Oh my gosh, guys. Missing toddler and baby swept away in Pennsylvania flooding. And they still can't find them. I don't want to read that. Okay. Investigators served search warrant at storage unit connected to Gilgo Beach. Suspect. So it looks like they've been to a storage unit as well. Now, I want to know, was he still living with his wife in that house? Were they separated? Like, what was going on? Because he had some kind of weirdo doll. Like, I'm not going to let Mark have some kind of freaking weirdo doll. And if he had something like that, I'd be like, what the freak is wrong with you, dude? Get that. I mean, he would never do anything like it. That's freaking weird. Of course, there is a guy on TikTok, guys. He sits out in his garage or something and drinks beer, live streams from TikTok, and he's got these fake women, these big life-size dolls. And I guess his wife don't care. And it's so freaking weird. I bet he has sex with those dolls. I guarantee it. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of men that have those life-size dolls and take them around with them. Now, I've never seen anybody do it around here, but I have heard about it before. Now, that's freaking weird. And I'm going to tell you something else that I think's weird. is those reborn babies. I think it's weird that people take them out in public and treat them like a baby. I do. I'm sorry. If anybody does that, I'm so sorry. I'm judgmental. Maybe you have a good reason for doing it. You could explain to me what the purpose of that is. I kind of think people like that might not be right in the head. It may be therapeutic for some people. I thought the Carly thing was fake, like Sherry. Yeah, me too. Oh, you know what, Bozo? This is my channel. If I want to whine, I will whine. If you don't like it, you can scratch your ass and get glad. Go somewhere else. You idiot. What kind of person names himself Bozo the Clown? I bet you are a real pathetic person. Loser to be in here trolling little old me with my small little chat. Like, why are you here? It's like, let me see if they respond. It's like, go on. You grow up. You're the one in here saying stuff to me. You grow up, okay? Just hide them. If you can't come in here and respect me, you can fuck off. Isn't that funny? We're in here having a discussion. I'm giving my opinion on my channel. I'm whining because I say that it's freaking weird that someone has life-size dolls. Really? Seems like to me you're just a hater, jealous. What a freaking weirdo. You really are a bozo, aren't you? Haters gonna hate. I don't blame you for being jealous of me, hun. I am a nice person. I have a great heart. They probably got a whole collection themselves. That's why they said I was whining when I was talking about it. But let me just say this. If I want to whine, I'll whine. Telling me to stop whining ain't going to do nothing. It might get me to cuss you out or something. But you ain't going to tell me what to do, because if you don't like what the fuck you're hearing, you can go somewhere else. Right? You don't come in here and disrespect me with some name like Bozo the Clown. Probably sitting there in your home playing with your little wiener or something. Probably suffering from little wiener syndrome. Gosh, I just hate assholes, y'all. Like, I don't get people that like come into somebody's chat like that and start talking shit to them. Like, why? When you do that, you just show up out of the blue and come into somebody's chat and do that. You look desperate. You look like an idiot. You look jealous. That's what it looks like. I mean, you have no life or something. I don't do people like that personally. If I don't like what they're saying, I'll just go on about my business. I think people that troll chats need to grow up. Use your real name. Have some courage. Put your real name and a real picture on there. And then come talk to me. Bozo is an old clown. You know what? I actually like Bozo the Clown. I'm going to get off this troll because they're probably sitting there laughing because I'm mad. I'm not really mad. That just, I hate assholes. I hate smart asses. I hate rude people. I have no tolerance for people like that at all. Maybe his mom named him Bozo. It's a woman. It's a jealous ass woman is what it is. He is no doubt still living with their mama. Being an asshole is the only one. Yeah, you have to come in. Yeah. Honey, I would have gave you attention without being an asshole. I'm nice to everybody. Shug, as Natasha Cooper says. Learn to troll better. Learn to troll better. Usually I just automatically, block people, but I felt like, just telling them off a little bit this morning to let people know I'm nice, but don't F with me. Anyhow. Bootsy, you're scratching my butt. Oh my gosh. Let me show you this. Hold on a minute. Like, you're like scratching me. I'm like, she always does it. She always does it. Don't you? Don't you? Oh my goodness, guys. Let's put this back up here. Oh no, I'm about to power off. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off here. Sorry for my little rant. That kind of just pissed me off. I just hate smartasses. But then you know what? We really need to pray for people like that because they must have some, hatred in their heart or be feeling bad on the inside. That's why they come and troll people and stuff. They like to hide stuff. Nobody knows them behind that name and that picture, and they like to go say mean things to people because it makes them feel better about themselves because they feel so crappy inside. That's really what's going on. It's really what's going on, and a tad of jealousy. I've noticed this on YouTube. If like people's liking this one person, it aggravates certain people, and they'll have to go in there and say something mean and stuff because they're really jealous because the person is having a good time and people's liking them. They're having a good time. I will keep trying to be here. Yeah, Colleen. Make sure you come back, girl. Been missing you. And it's a crying shame. It's good to see all y'all. I'm trying to get back on track with my live streaming because I do enjoy doing it. Hopefully, I can get this laptop straightened out. I got it out of safe mode, and I'm going to put the. Timothy said another thing wrong with it was me using that Microsoft Bing crap, but it came on the laptop. But he says I need to put Google Chrome on it. And he was going to do that, and we discovered it was in safe mode. So, anyhow, I'm going to get off here and go get some things done. I've not done anything inside the house. Yeah, I have a Bootsy. Bootsy, you're scratching me up on the back of my legs. Oh, sweetheart, I love you too. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, peace, and don't be a bozo. Have a sucky day, clown.